Hello and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal, and today in the off season we are reflecting on 2020 this week, and we are talking about 10 stories from this year that we will still be talking about in 2030 from the world of F1. Let's say this, there's a lot to talk about: a worldwide pandemic, once in a century, and someone breaking the overall record titles. What a crazy year it's been. And starting off with number 10, a star is born in the form of Mick Schumacher. Schumacher, on December the 2nd, was named as a Haas driver for 2021 alongside Nikita Mazepin. Schumacher, of course, staying part of the Ferrari driver lineup, won the 2020 FIA F2 Championship in seriously impressive fashion, and with his fatherhood, we all know how good he could be, and I think we're all looking forward to seeing what he can do. Number 9, 2021 regs delayed. 1 week after a positive test at the Australian Grand Prix, F1 announced that the proposed 2021 regulations were delayed until 2022. And a freeze and cost caps and all of that will have a huge effect on F1 going forward, and is likely to mean another world title for Mercedes. Number 8, George Russell shines for Mercedes. In 10 years' time, I think it's fair to say that George Russell, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc will still probably be shining at the top of F1, and we'll look back on Russell's performance at this year's Sakir Grand Prix as history-making, really, where he came of age and fully deserved it. Number 9, Sebastian Vettel leaves Ferrari on a down note. Vettel, I think you'd have to say overall his time at Ferrari was fairly successful, really. But in the end it just didn't work out. Ferrari, let's face it, they had an awful car, and Vettel was nowhere near on it with Charles Leclerc's pace this year. Number 6, Hamilton ties Schumacher's record. Make room on the top step of the podium for Hamilton. A remarkable achievement. I bet back at the time when Michael Schumacher clinched his 7th world title, people thought it would never be broken, but the form of Lewis Hamilton has just been incredible, and in 20, 30, 40, 50 years people will still be looking back at this, let alone 10. Number 6, Sergio Perez wins a race, finally. It took 189 tries, but Sergio Perez finally did it. Perez will always be known as one of those top quality midfield drivers, and now maybe he has actually got his break at a top team with Red Bull. Could it have come sooner? But I think he'll always be known as the driver with the longest wait for a win. Number 4, Lewis Hamilton makes history yet again, this time at the Portuguese Grand Prix, where he equalled Michael Schumacher's record. And as I said earlier in the video, it was probably another one that we were expecting never to be broken back in the early 2000s, but it has been broken, and that's just testament to how brilliant Lewis Hamilton has been. Number 3, no race in the US. For the first time since 2011, Formula 1 did not travel for the US, and that'll be a big blow for Liberty Media and all of that, because as we know, they're planning on going into the American market big time, the next market they're looking to conquer, so it'll be a big blow for them not to have had a race there this year. Number 2, Romain Grosjean escapes his crash, and let alone 10 years, I think we'll still be talking about this in 50 years. For me, the biggest crash I've probably ever seen, or near enough there. It's just incredible how Romain survived that, and I think people will still be looking back at that in shock and wow, in just many, many decades in the future. Number 1, new tracks. Now I think in 10 years' time, could we still be seeing Portimao, Imola, Turkey on the calendar? I would love to think so, but it could be unlikely, but it's still possible, and for me that makes a huge change, because over the last few years we kind of got used to visiting the same old tracks over and over again. But anyway, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.